Okay, I just
And I will trust you when it
I
happens.
just
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in
The feed.
it's doing weird.
Oh, it says it's live. It says it's live.
That also might be from earlier.
Maybe we're not live.
Seems to be. Ask if they can hear you. And stuff.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. The band's trying to try something different with the feeds.
I'm gonna move that over so you can see the comments. You can probably minimize that now and close it.
All right. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear me.
Okay. They can hear
Oh,
you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay.
See the intro.
Am I on a time lapse?
Probably.
All right. All right. All right. Did y'all see the intro?
Probably not.
Tell me about, because we trying to try something new. I just want to see if y'all can see the intro. Could y'all see the intro? That would be good if y'all could. They say you can hear me now, you can hear me now, you can hear me now. Good, 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 good. My dog trying to die. Loud and clear. Okay, so I'll just say this. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, BusyBlu, and I am back with a sensitive topic, something that I think needs to be discussed. The intro was choppy. Okay, but it was there. Okay, so we're still working on the kinks. Y'all, I think it's important for us to talk about this topic. I want to make sure that we have this conversation. Please share this on your Instagrams, on your Twitters, on your Facebooks, on your Reddit. Y'all, Reddit, I was going through my analytics and it said that Reddit was one of the ones that, I don't know who got Reddit. I mean, I don't. So whoever got Reddit, y'all, thank you. So let me go through the comments. Accurate Video said, hey. Ethan said, hey. Sierra said, hey. My mom went to Howard. H-U, you know. Give her the Howard hand next time you see her. But there's a lot that's going on in the show. And Holy Moly said it's gonna be worse than I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be worse than that. I do think this. I want to make sure that people who are not of color understand kind of what's happening, what we're going through. And there's so many comments that you get, that I get, or people that you see who are like, why would you want more black people? Why would you want more Asian people? Why would you need more? And I want to make sure that so this season is going to be, this video, is going to be very different than the videos I've done in a long time. And I want to make sure that I'm saying it right. I got a chance to watch Ika Wong, who does no wrongs, video today. Now, before she went off into, her toxic ways, she gave like a very good spiel on what's happening this season in the Big Brother home and how she feels about it. And I so appreciate it, which forced me to, or pushed me to want to say something about it. So if you don't feel comfortable talking about race, if you don't feel comfortable talking about differences, how you see yourself with other people, I advise you now to just click off the video. Click off the video. Like my bae is not as comfortable talking about race or differences or being uncomfortable in those spaces. So they're not there. They're not here. Everybody's not comfortable talking about it. Everybody doesn't feel okay being able to talk about it. So I'm giving you this chance right now. If you don't like to talk about race, if you're not comfortable talking about sexuality, differences, slavery, racism, I'm giving you the chance now. I'll give you 1 minute and I'll read the comments. Just click off. Click off right now. Let me read some of the comments. Ethan said this racist ass is making CBS look very bad. Lady D said this is important talk. Ethan said, Custom said, oops. What happened? What was said? Squid Ruds, it's not about what was said. It was about what's happening. Becky said, what happened on the feeds? Oh, we about to talk about it. Jason said, more blacks on the way. Okay. I feel like most of the people should be gone, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to talk about my personal experience first. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about the black experience first. The black experience in America solely. I'm not going to talk about America. One, we were brought to this country, okay? And in that realm, we realized that our personal freedoms or us as a human being wasn't being looked at as it should be. And this is the clean version. And the fight for freedom or civility happened. Let's go. We're going to go past all of that. Even at that point of where, like, look, we want rights and everything too. The imagery of what was standard was whiteness. Straight hair, blue eyes, regular, no body, all of this was standard. And you'll see it in your ads, in your TVs. And y'all can look it up. In a point in time, only white people play even black roles. I'm going to put on black face and I'll act like this black person. And then the stereotypes of these people, mammies and slaves and jigaboos, they became this standard. So, being white is just a standard. You'll see it in your everywhere. Me growing up, I grew up in the inner city, in the inner city, and I know I'm from New York, but that was also just the standard. And my favorite singer was Christina Aguilera. Like, I loved her, grew up with her, and my mom my family couldn't care less about them. I remember my uncle, never forget, he bought me a Christmas present, and I opened it up, and I still like this album though till today, and it was Britney Spears' Toxic album, whatever the blue on cover was. And he was like, ain't that white lady you like? I got her. I like Christina Aguilera. I don't like this girl. She don't even have vocal ability like that, okay? But that's kind of like what life was like, right? So, here we have Big Brother. And Big Brother is this social experiment game where we're able to watch these people be themselves outside of anyone else, outside of no one else. And it's go from when they're casted. Like you're you from cast. And I think what's difficult about this game is that there are harsh realities that you need to take on, that you need to live, that you need to see, and you need to view. And that's what life is like. And a lot of people don't look internally about the decisions that they make and how that plays a role into their psyche. So I was talking to Bay earlier today, and I was saying how, I have a best friend who is not of color. Best friend. And she be ready to go. Guns blazing, fight anybody who's ready. We're people. And injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. She ain't here for it. That's Mahatma Gandhi. But anyway. Is that Mahatma Gandhi? I think so. Anyway. There are some people who are like, oh, for example, I was watching, I cannot remember what comedy show. If y'all can remember, put it in the comments. There was this comedy show, right? And the person went to, let's just say Ireland, okay? Where there's no black people, whatever. Oh, no, I'll use a better example. I used to live in Vermont. The state, Vermont, right? And as I was living there, there were no clubs. There was a lot of bars, no clubs. And the rule that they didn't have any clubs is because, they attract a certain type of people. There are no black radio stations. There are no black TV shows. There's no black TV stations. Like, all of this stuff was going on. I had nothing to watch. I had nothing to listen to. I had nowhere to go. But the Vermont would tell you, we're not racist. Well, girl, where's the stuff for the minorities? What am I supposed to do? And when I would talk about Vermont, I would always say, they're ignorant. Vermont's ignorant in the fact that they don't understand that you're not as inclusive as you think. It's just that this state is a combination of just white people who say to each other, we're inclusive, right? Yeah, girl, we are. But now when you get a chance to bring someone who, why am I going to this? I had to learn what a dive bar is. Dive bar, you going to the club, you going to the spot. I had to learn what a dive bar is. You can't say you're all-inclusive if you don't have stuff for everybody. And watching this type of show, you get to realize and be a part of and feel just those negative parts. And I love this game not only because of the game aspect, but because of the social nuances. You're learning people who AB said don't use ignorance as an excuse. You know what? No, I have to. Because ignorance is the lack of knowledge. It's the removal of you understanding and know. Like, I have to use ignorance as an excuse. And it's not an excuse that they give because they think that they are an inclusive community. Like, if you saw 50 white people together, no offense to anybody who's not ethnic here. I'm using this as an example. If you saw 50 white people together and they were just like, yeah, girl, we accept everybody. We accept we're that type of community. And then now, as a person of color, I come into the community. and I'm wearing baggy jeans. You know, I'm listening to rap, and they're like, we don't do rap here. Oh, you need to make sure that your jeans fit you here. Oh, we don't do Long Islands. Nah, kid you not. In Vermont, that happened a lot. We do beer. We don't do long. They don't the ignorance is them not understanding you're not all inclusive. How you a bartender and you're like, oh, we don't do bartenders in this bar. We don't do Long Island here. The girl, you're not all inclusive. I just want a Long Island. Oh, we don't do a dance mix. We don't listen to that type of music. How are you all inclusive? It's an ignorance. Because in their minds, if I only hang around, only see, only deal with, then I would feel, yo, I'm doing everything right. I'm not excluding everyone loves to come to this place. And I give a feel for, it's an excuse because how would they know? If you're not combated with, people of color, how would you know you're not offensive to those people of color? And the show that I was watching, I think it was Ireland or something, but they was like, are you racist? And the lady was like, well, I don't know, I can be. I never had a chance. I never had a chance. I ain't never seen a black person. So I don't know if I'm racist. That's more indicative of someone saying, like, I'm not sure. I feel like I'm not racist, but I've never seen a person of color. How do you know if you're all inclusive? I ain't never seen nobody different from me, so I can't tell you if I am or not. If everybody on the cheerleader team is like, go, Radius, go, nah, and now you got me black trying to say, boom, 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 and you say no, you have to think to yourself, well, why? I mean, the dance looked good. She was on beat. I say all that to say this. And this is specifically for people, not ethnic people. Because I see a lot of things, I see a lot of people commenting, people saying things, people want to go in on you and about what you... I'm a little black boy from New York who wanted to be on a TV show where somebody in my comments said, you don't really belong there. Someone wrote in my comments, it's a white people show. So the chances of you even being casted, why try out? We won't, you shouldn't, they shouldn't cast you because you're a little, we only need a little bit of y'all because this is a white show. I grew up in a country where white was right. So you got white TV shows, white people being casted, white people doing all this stuff. So now I have to watch that stuff. Now I've fallen in love with a TV show where it's like, can I see someone like me, please? Because I asked that same person, well, who you like on BET? They naming people off of VH1. Another white channel. Who got black people on it? Who your favorite people off of the... If you so... I don't see color. I don't see race. I don't worry about that. What's your favorite shows on BET? Because clearly you are someone who watches all things, everything. Oh, then there been shows off of white channels, and like, isn't that a part of that channel? No, because it has an all-black cast. The Real Housewives of Atlanta is on Bravo. We only got 3 shows on that channel. And the ignorance about their comment was, oh, I just assumed because it was black people that it had to be a part of that channel. So I know the blacks. being a fan of this show, being someone who watches this show, who loves this show, it's disheartening. It's frustrating to watch it every year after year. And it's like you can't even be what I think privilege. What I think is misunderstood with white people and privilege is it's not even something you have to be conscious of. You walk into the room, people just think you good and you nice because you white. And you could be so many different types of, sorry for getting emotional, you could be so different types of mean, rude, nice, silly, funny, da-da-da, and that's just your personality. As a black person, I say one thing I don't like, oh, they mean, they nasty. They're angry black man, angry black woman, and then that's who you are. And that's it. And I think the frustration of people of color who are watching this season, who are part of this season, who are seeing it, is that not that we want to claim race, we want to pull race, and we want to yeah, this is a white people show. True, whatever. One, why can't I see someone who looks like me if this is going to be in the cup? If millions of people try to fuck out, try out, I tried out several times. Why we can't get more people of color? And then if this is a show who's all encompassing, why do black people always get out so early? We got to do types of voting and making sure they got powers just to save us. This is all stemming from the fact that David was out first. And to be honest, all of y'all, Jackson, who don't call him a redneck, I had no beef with him, but he's such a strong player. I knew he would come back. Oh, but he wasn't putting up Jack. Did David look like the strongest one in the house to y'all? The man is crying on cue. He's such a big and mighty. He's so that much of a threat. Then you go down to now on the feeds we learn Kimmy's being targeted because of Bella. I'm not gonna go into how Asian people view themselves in this country because that's something that a friend told me who's Asian, or and I can't speak on that. What I will say now is that now Kimmy is the target. And then I was listening to Taryn Armstrong in our Mind Talk today. It's Kimmy, Ovi, Jessica, then Cliff. That don't seem wrong to y'all? And I'm trying not to tear up, but how can you be in this type of house, in this type of environment, know what you got to do, know who you got to put up and all this stuff, and you don't think to yourself, oh, this is the list in which we're going to get out, how we're going to get them out? Ugh. What does that say about me? Why didn't I pick them? I still watch the show because there are other channels, there's other YouTubers who are like, yo, we're not watching, we're boycotting, we're leaving. I'll say this, because my bae said I need to make sure that I talk about it. Removing yourself does not solve the problem. It doesn't change anything about how we need to do things. You're not effective in making sure that the change happens or whatever. Say right now, Julie Chen was like, oh, everybody, we need to vote to see who we can say. America can now save one contestant, house guest. Make sure you vote in. If I'm not watching, how can I change anything? Now, if all the people of color are gone, then I'm out too. But if I still got somebody in the house, how am I changing anything? Oh, you thought you was about to get out home? Oh, we're voting today. During the Civil Rights Movement, you had Marcus Garvey, you had Malcolm X, you had Martin Luther King. We don't all have the same thing. I feel like I do the more Martin Luther King approach. Yes, I may be sitting here with the president. That don't mean I like him, but I have to work with him if I'm going to change what's going on. We do have more Marcus Garvey people. We do have more Malcolm X people. That's not my approach. I love the game. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to feel, yo, Kimmy's still here. Ovi is still here. Jessica is still there. Milagros. Some people are just like, yo, this minority still doesn't have a chance. And how can they start to cast more of them if we ain't never going to be there? They're gonna get out Kimmy this week. Okay, yo, I couldn't save her. Yo, I got Ovi, I got Jessica. I gotta make sure they good. Oh, they got Ovio, another brown person. Yo, Jessica, you my last hope. I gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, they got Jessica out. Then I can say, you know what? Then we're done. Bella don't feel like that's another conversation for another day. It's not that we have to bring up race or we gotta. I think what a lot of people of non-ethnic backgrounds forget is the fact that because you don't watch BET all day if you turn to that channel. And if you did, you'll be like, yo, where are the white people? You'll get upset. It's pushed in our faces. And CBS is one of the big three. My bad. That's the media term. It's one of the biggest channels. And because you don't have to see differences, you don't understand. You don't even understand what it's like to not even see someone like you. And if you did, turn it up. Go to a place where you could only watch BET all day, every day. No offense, but I feel like white people will be like, oh, I can't do this. No one looks like you. You can't relate. If everybody, if there's no money, oh my gosh, like what do I do? I had to do this video because it's imperative to me to make sure that not only, we're not watching this or whatever, because I'm going to continue to watch. I still got my black sister with the tacky wig in here. It's important to watch, but it's also important to understand what people of color are going through. And I feel like so many white people look at this show and be like, oh, why you guys claiming racism or race, or why you talking about? You don't know what it feels like to not be the majority. Y'all would kill yourself if your mom and dad picked you up and said, yo, you just about to go to a black school. Your ass wouldn't know what to do. What is this? What do I have to learn? And how do I But you don't see it when people are like, oh, the black people going first. Oh, why is it always got to be about race? It's the only thing that I can see. And why can't I root for it after y'all get all the minorities out? It's a white game. And every person you see is like you. And you can be multiple things. You can be funny. You can be loud. You can be mean. You can be angry. You can be a bitch. You can be all of these things. Swaggy came out here. Yo, I'm confident. I feel like I'm about to win. I'm about to get this done. How is he any different from Zach Attack? He was so cute. Zack and Zack was so cute, so funny. He was confident. This other person was rude. He was too much. And the fact that a lot of white people don't even see that they're doing it is the problem. I don't even know. I don't even see. First of all, y'all know I don't like nobody who, if y'all watched this channel before, I don't like nobody who say I don't see color. Girl, that's the problem from jump. Oh, I don't see color. Well, it exists. And I need you to know that I'm black and brown before anything else. Because of that there's a differentiation between us. And then move from there. I would appreciate it more if you knew I was black. Oh, I don't see color. I don't go into all of that. Well, girl, then we can't be friends. I need you to know that I like jollof rice. You know, I like a little bit of gumbo. You know, my family from the South, we talk like this. Is a little bit Ebonics. I ain't come from a silver spoon. I was raised. I need you to know these things. I need you to see me in my color. I don't have the same accompaniments as you. No, I don't walk into Starbucks saying, oh, can I get a caramel, da-da-da, frappa, da-da-da. I'm praying and hoping that when I go into the office, that the coffee maker at the job is working because I want a free cup of coffee. It all tastes the same to me. That's what I want. And my mom is not paying for nothing, da-da-da. I had to have this conversation today about all of this stuff today because it was disheartening to see how David left. And a part of it was some of the stuff that he went to and but then to hear that now Kimmy is going, and I don't think anybody in their right mind or nothing is sitting back saying, yo, how does this look? When I go into a job or into a room of white people or whatever, I have to say, oh, well, let me make sure that I'm not gonna, I don't want to say your son and none, because I'm judged immediately. And white people say, oh, you can't get the job, or you just spoke too much like this, and you can't, or you looked a little bit, and your name was this, or you can't get a, but you could be of non-ethnic background and just be like, I'm about to get it back. And you don't even have to think twice about how this may seem to you. You know what, because Brie said Kimmy is an outsider. Is she an outsider, or is it that she's a regular person, but those other regular people don't? There's a book. I wish I could remember the name of the book. It's something about all the kids in the lunchroom. I wish I could remember the name of the book. But the book basically talks about why people gravitate towards their races and how people sit with each other, how you decide and how you select where you go to in the lunchroom. It's something like all the kids in the lunchroom. If y'all read the book, I read the book a long time ago. I think it was in college. It's something like all the kids in the lunchroom. Why do all the black kids sit with each other? You gravitate to who looks like you. Because you assume and you feel like they're going to get you. Y'all ever watched Get Out? And when the main character went into the party, and then this other black dude came up, he was like, oh, nice to meet you. This and that. He was like, oh, bro, you ain't. Oh. Yeah, some things they don't seem right. Yo, nice to meet you too. You go to where you're familiar with. I don't think she's an outcast. I think they don't realize that they're in their bubbles. And if I was on a show like this, I would have to think outside the box. Why can, what's that boy's name? Jack, go and pick up Tommy, the gay dude, sit him on his lap, bouncing them while we looking at what Julie got to say. but Kimmy's a threat. But when it comes to the gay agenda and all this other stuff, people got words. People got stuff to say. I don't like it. And imagine being a gay black man. Karen said we're all in this together. Thank you for speaking your mind. Thank you, Karen. I'm not going to stop watching the show, and I'm not going to tell you how to boycott. I can't combat something I don't know. I talked to a bit like, and I'm not going to go into what my real job is and what I do, but if I don't know how to play the game, how can I win it? And it's frustrating when... What is it? It's just frustrating when... It just happens. And you're not... Like, Jack, he's been so disrespectful to Brown. When he was talking about Obi, he was like, he's a blue flame. Oh, he's a brown flame. I was so sorry. Like, it's not even a problem. The person you're trying to... Oh, sorry, y'all. It says something. The person you're trying to emulate is dating a black woman on one of the most profound black shows. Isn't Jason Momoa dating Denise from the Cosby Show? I am going to give it to all these because I see people talking about, I'll say this, because T-Mac said I'm Native American. And I still love the show. Yes, true. But what do you root for and be in love with a person who said, I'm Native American, they put a Native, and then how would you feel if now that Native Americans being put out first because people are like, oh, I just don't get them. I'm going to end this live because I have dinner to make. Overall, it's frustrating. And I don't want you to think that I don't think about it or I'm not looking at it or whatever. I love Big Brother. I love the Big Brother, and I love this show. And I'm very cognizant and I'm very knowledgeable what's happening. I went too deep. I'm not lost. I just also don't want people to be out here saying, oh, it's about race and black people. Blah, blah, blah. You don't know the experience. I have arguments with my own partner about parents who you've lost. I've lost my dad. And then when my partner's dad is like, oh, come over, I want to make sure that you understand. Let's go, do something in the field, or let's go pick up some wood or something. And they're like, oh, I don't want to pick up wood. My dad always trying to ask me to do stuff. I wish my dad can call me today and just ask me how the weather is. But when you don't have those opportunities, you don't understand that you're missing them. So it's so much easier to say to me, oh, calm down. Your dad is gone. The weather's fine. He ain't asking about it. You don't understand what you don't have until it's gone. And none of those white people will be like, oh, yeah, this about race and black. What's your favorite show on BET? You don't watch channels you don't relate to. I like this show a lot. Can I see some diversity? Yo, if you want to know more about me and everything I do, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also follow me on Facebook, The BusyBlu. I'm about to go get busy, and you guys stay busy. Until next time.